Всем привет, с вами я, Ирина Фокс, и сегодня мы с вами поиграем игру Genshin импакт. Вот. Все, можете писать мне спокойно с возвращением. Да, я спустя столько не вернулась на YouTube. Так, Алмаз, Данил, привет, спасибо, что зашел. Фрэнки, тебе тоже привет. Форекс, тебе тоже привет. Всем привет. Так, дальше. Так. Сейчас у нас будет... чё? Да елки-палки. Ну, наконец-то. Так, что у нас там? У нас идет задание церемония сошествия. Сейчас. Где оно? Так, отслеживать. Она недалеко уже. Окей. Господи боже мой. Да, Форекс, сбылась твоя мечта, я вернулась. Да-да. Бегу, бегу. Господи, кинула по разным точкам тут. Привет, Фрэнки, да. Я уже сказала привет, в принципе. Иду.
Rite of Dissension. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Isn't that today? Once a year, Rex Lapis bestows upon us his divine prediction, guiding us on how to run Liyue for the coming year. Last year, it was the Yuheng of the Liyue Qixing that was given the honor of asking for the divine prediction.
Ooh, Paimon knows this one. Mondstadt is to freedom as Liyue is to contracts. Liyue has a strong focus on business and trade. The Liyue Qixing, the 7 leaders of the 7 enterprises of Liyue, hold true control over Liyue.
That's what foreigners always say. But true control over Liyue will always be held by Rex Lapis. The Qixing is comprised of mere mortals. Rex Lapis is a god. Mondstadt's god is nowhere to be seen, whilst our god is forever with us. Stay in Liyue long enough and you'll see. Given that you just left your godless city, it's time you experienced what it's like to be in a city whose god has walked with it through all of history.
Я все равно не понимаю, о чем они говорят. Так. Иди сюда.
Oh, are you also foreigners here for the Rite of Dissension? To think I've lived in Liyue all these years and never come to see this before. I guess it's like they say, locals never visit the tourist spots. I wish you well on your travels. Liyue always welcomes you.
Спасибо. Так, дальше. Мы сейчас тупо... Ты, блин. А что мне Делюк нравится? Ничего не могу с этим поделать. Да.
You too wish to bear witness to the rite of dissension? Me too. We all do.
А давайте уже начнем. Хватит болтать.
How could I not take interest in Liyue's most important business trends? The 17 predictions given last year made more than a few ripples throughout the industry. What's more, there's been a rumor going around that the Tianshui herself, Ningguang, has been acting secretly in the shadows. She wants the rocks created by Geovision holders to be exempt from taxation.
Wow, that's some super professional legal stuff, that is.
To be on the pulse of the predictions and the market is what makes this harbor
Пока
what it
можно посидеть,
is.
чипсы поесть.
Among the
Пока не
7,
болтают.
Rex Lapis is the oldest deity. His keen sense of strategy is well trusted among his people. Understanding the predictions as soon as possible can make all the difference in making your fortune.
Fortune? So where can we see this Rite of Dissension anyway?
Фрэнки, хватит мучить
You're
бота.
not at all close. Not to mention that if I gave you directions, as foreigners, you'd get lost along the way. So better to head to Yujing Terrace, to the high ground. It's the highest place in the harbor. Sounds like the best place for trying to communicate with deities, no?
Юля, привет, спасибо, что зашла на стрим. Ай, блин. Помогите мне. Я здесь диалоги слушать, бля. Так, куда? Туда? В смысле, что? В это, что ли? Нет, не хочу с тобой разговаривать. Где напарник мой? Да я откуда знаю, где твой напарник? В отпуске напарник. Так, типа...
Paimon heard that the best time to make a wish is today, during the rite of dissension. Wanna give it a try?
Обидно. Ай. Чебупельки некого доставать будет сейчас на стриме. Ну давай, есть, молодец. Залезла. Как же много тут разговаривать. Придется.
Your first time in Liyue? Actually, it's my first time to see the Rite of Dissension too. Ah, look, that's Miss Ningguang of the Liu Xixing. Only those who have control in Liyue can preside over the Rite of Dissension. Oh yeah, not sure if you knew, but most of the Adepti appear in the form of various beasts. I heard that when attending these kinds of formal occasions, Rex Lapis himself appears as a celestial cross between two of Liyue's ancient mythical creatures. Ah, sorry, I shouldn't interrupt your wish. Please, take this.
Да поскорее бы уже интересненькое, самое вкусненькое. Типа они поклонились, и эта штука засветилась. Ну нормально, бля. О, Чебупелька, привет, спасибо, что зашел.
Oh, you also want a little Adepti luck too? Seems you know a lot. Making a wish during this time is sure to get you the blessings of both the Adepti and Rex Lapis himself. I've already made my wish, so you can take this.
Great! Thanks!
Ну давай, Форекс. Они помолились. Но это я понял, что они помолились. Тут какой статуи не поклонишься, каждый засветится у меня.
Great! Now that we're all done with the wishing, guess we can just wait here for things to get started. Who knows how long that Miss Ningguang lady is gonna take?
Почему мне некого больше доставать? Ну, потому что Рома не зашел на стрим, поэтому тебе некого доставать. Ну, давайте церемонию. О, вот сейчас интересно будет. Ну, куда ты полетела опять? Опа. Ну, красивая такая. Я, кажется, поняла, почему она туда полетела. Там много еды. Что-то не по плану пошло. Ох ты, блин. Дракон. Теперь мы уже точно не поедим. Вся еда на земле. Бедолага, что случилось? А, он мертвый? Я думала, сознание просто потерял. У меня радостная новость. Какая
What's
чебупика?
going on? Did she just say Rex Lapis is... The Geo-Archon is dead? Oh no! The Millelith! Looks like they're nabbing suspects who got too close.
Приятно это слышать, Форекс, приятно.
Paimon's freaking out! The killer is amongst us! Wait. We got close. Are we suspects? Wait, where are you going?
Я что, детектива тут должна вырубать, что ли, блин? Искать убийцу, что ли? Что это такое, блин? Вроде Геншина и какой-то, блин, расследование, блин.
No, there's a whole bunch of soldiers out there too.
А, мы только за нее можем играть. Ну, понятно, она по
You
сюжетке,
may
потому что...
not be the killer, but we can't let them get
Чё? Чё, на меня смотреть, типа, не должны или
get
чё?
out of...
Скользите. Я не успела, да? Я успела. Успела. Я напролом побежала, и пофиг вообще было. Я была как всегда. Беги! Беги! Давай, давай, давай! Ну, елки-палки, блин. А я-то хорошо от них убежала.
Hey, girlie, hold still.
Какой красавец! Ой, симпатяга
Come with
какой.
me.
А на руки меня взять? Ну, блин, ты же девушку спас. Что за бред, блин? Что за бред, блин? Меня на руки должны были взять и нести, блин.
Paimon's exhausted.
Да я Форекс буду тебя называть, что мне тебя Богданом называть?
So insensitive. You have no idea just how tiring fooling around. Wait. Just who are you
Слышь, я тебя
exactly?
за грубиянку больше кормить не буду,
Call me
обалдела,
child.
блин.
Child? What, so we're supposed to dote on you?
No, not at all. It's an alias of sorts. In Mondstadt, I don't suppose you came across a Senora by any chance.
Senora?
Всем бы так проходить стелс.
Dewey, one of the Harbingers!
Это только я
no,
так могу
don't worry.
проходить.
I'm not looking for a fight. Senora gave you quite the bad impression, huh? Pff, that woman. Can't say I'm a fan either. Right. Let's forget all about her, shall we? I'm here to help you. Yes, help. I'm
Я
not a
помогу,
bad
ты
guy.
красивый.
Oh, okay, perhaps I'm kind of a bad guy, but I'm not here to give you any trouble. Would it be too much to ask for you to keep the sword sheathed?
Что правда,
I
то
thank you for your
правда.
knightly nobility. I heard of your deeds in Mondstadt, so I couldn't help but notice you during the proceedings back there. And because I had my eye on you the whole time, I know it wasn't you. Someone else was clearly behind it. But, regrettably, given I'm a Fatui envoy from Snezhnaya, there's no way I'd be trusted after something of this magnitude. The ruling Chising of Liyue has always been overly suspicious of us.
Well, can you honestly blame them?
Guess I shouldn't try to deny that. Okay, sure. Maintaining a distance between strangers is probably a good idea. Either way, I'm already used to it at this stage. But right now, if you want to clear yourselves of any suspicion, you need to get yourselves to Northland Bank. Staying
Дразнится,
here
да,
isn't an
сидит
option.
на
As
стриме.
the old Liyue saying goes, the walls have ears.
Ну да, в стенах живут всякие букашки и подслушивают наши разговоры. Чё ж им заняться нечем? Эй, где Байду моя? О, так-то лучше. Потому что я через 10 дней лечу домой. Тебя выписывают? Хорошо же. Байду здесь в тему прям смотрится. Своим костюмом.
Northland Bank.
Correct. This bank was opened here in Liyue by Snezhnaya. Though everyone knows Liyue is the most enterprising in Teyvat, Snezhnaya is not short of change either.
Yeah, well, poorer nations don't seem the type to have diplomats that come around acting the way yours do towards the Knights of Favonius.
Here, let me give you this.
Что ты мне дал?
This is
I'm not sure exactly. Sometimes all money can buy is things, and not a name for oneself. All I know is that it's a sigil. A sigil to keep the mighty and illuminated Adepti from bringing harm to you.
Adepti.
If you head north from the harbor, then west from Guili Plains, you will eventually reach a stone forest known as Jueyun Karst. The people of Liyue believe it to be the abode of the Adepti. Legend or not, they believe it. As such, offerings to the Adepti are made at its borders. Nobody dares venture in. But I have no need for believing, not when I know for a fact that the Adepti truly exist.
Hate to admit it, but
Бедный
your
бот.
Fatui intel seems all right. But why would we go looking for Adepti anyway?
Oh, my little friend. There are plenty of reasons mortals seek the blessings of Adepti. Money, health, love. But you will go for justice.
Justice?
The Qi Sing will already have dispatched the Millelith.
Справедливость
They'll
везде
be
нужна.
seeking out the assassin from amongst the
А
onlookers.
ее нигде нету.
But how could a mere mortal kill a god that can sweep aside entire armies? Rex Lapis never gave up his power as a god.
У меня тот
This
же
level
вопрос.
of crude response is beyond what is called for. How
Где их
suspicious.
логика? Как они могут подозревать какого-то простого смертного, который убил дракона? Тем более он там этот... Хрен знает, бог какой-то.
Or to hide something else. Hard to say. Even now, the Northland Bank wouldn't be able to hold the Millelith off for long. But the Adepti can clear you of any wrongdoing. Liyue was founded by the Geo-Archon and the Adepti. Of course, it was built by force. Look for them, and be faster than the Qi Sing's messengers, so you may give your version of events first. If there is anyone that can help you in Liyue now, it can only be the mighty and illuminated Adepti.
Ну. Так. Окей, окей, окей. Окей. Сейчас переместимся туда. Недалеко. Благодарю. И Чебупелька тоже бота мучит. Да вы чё, блин?
And who might we be? Those that dare enter Jueyun Karst.
А ты кто? А ты кто такой?
A sigil of permission. Many a season has passed since one was last in the presence of such an item.
Что было так вот его озвучить?
He before you is the mighty and
Владыка Лун.
illuminated Adeptus, Moon Carver. Speak.
Actually,
It's the assassin! They dared to flee here to
Oi.
Jueyun Karst.
Sir, we've already stepped too far into Jueyun Karst ourselves.
There's no choice. Apprehending the assassin is top priority. We must press on.
Disturbing our borders.
Это адепт.
See
такой адепт?
them gone. One will not have interruption.
Ох! Ого, да. Битва. Наконец-то.
Take the target alive.
No escape.
Так,
Listen, try it.
нас за это отругают, я чувствую, за то, что мы напали на стражу. Надеюсь, нас помилуют потом.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen.
Take the target alive.
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
Давай. Как вас много. Слышь?
Take this.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Take the target alive.
Eyes on me!
Tactical retreat.
Да
Attack.
Freeze!
сдохни.
Don't get frostbite.
Сказали уйти, не приближаться сюда, значит уйди, все. Что за олень? Плюс феникс какой-то.
Wow.
Вот, Юлька написала, это адепт. Это адепт.
Preposterous.
Типа духа какого-то.
Preposterous! The Liwa Chishin.
Да, я полностью с тобой согласна, вообще безобразие полное.
How could someone possibly assassinate Rex Lapis during the rite of dissension?
Да, кстати.
And then place suspicion upon the attendees?
Да, 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 я полностью с тобой согласна.
Traveler, of the
Как так не
unjust
уследить?
accusations placed upon you,
Вообще, еще
one
обвинить в этом
has
обычного
become
человека.
aware. The mind knows its answer, though one must consult with one's fellows, lest the mind be misguided. Go, take your sigil of permission. Carry with you a message. Mountain Shaper and Cloud Retainer can be found here. Only fate will decide if you shall find them. Only fate. There exists a conqueror of demons, a guardian Yaksha. Go to Wangshu Inn. There you shall seek him.
Не знаю, Форекс, посмотрим. Посмотрим. Так, куда это? Окей, окей. Сейчас, где? А, телепортик рядом. Блин, еще ежедневки выполнять. Елки-палки. Это
Oh,
потом.
this seems to be Wangshu Inn. Compared to Joyun Karst, this place seems basic. Are we really gonna find an Adeptus here? Let's take a look. Oh, he's not here?
Один раз какое-то слово сказала, и все, дальше молчит. Ну, вздохнула, да, это... Это не то.
To the blind, everything may not be as it appears.
Ты дурак, что ли? Пугать так. Обалдеть, уже второй новый
A
персонаж.
sigil of permission?
Сяо.
You came prepared.
Тамасяо, блин.
Though this only prevents me from hurting you myself,
Я кота так и буду
doesn't
называть теперь
stop you from
Тамасяо.
getting hurt in other ways.
Paimon doesn't get it.
Too much contact with our world is breaking the rules. Mortal souls are not as robust as those of Adepti, nor can your blood carry this level of adeptal energy. It's for your own good. Leave. Now.
Wait a sec.
Чё ты
we came
отвернулся?
here to-
Хоть бы показали, как он ушел.
Peeved. All he does is think about about himself.
Скрыли эту анимацию.
Paimon wants to give him an ugly nickname. But if you tick off an Adeptus, the only thing you'll probably ever find in treasure chests is cabbages. Blech. Guess we should go ask the boss lady of the inn about just how she manages to talk to Adepti.
Так. Появился, что-то сказал и ушел. Ну, как обычно, в принципе. А ты что, по столу ползаешь? Обалдел, что ли, совсем? Такой, блядь, сидит. Вовик, блин.
Oh, you've already met Xiao. Not bad. Not often he's in a good enough mood to agree to see people.
That's his good mood?
Oh yes, the Adepti are very hard to come by. Many people go their whole lives praying to them, never once actually getting to see one. When the Geo Archon built Liyue, he borrowed power from the Adepti. But most of them only know how to protect Liyue by fighting. So for many millennia, it has instead been humans who have led Liyue.
You really know a lot, huh, boss lady?
It's not boss lady, it's just boss. Anyway, seeing as you have the favor of the Adepti, things should be a lot easier. Well, if you want to know my opinion, if you keep Xiao in a good mood, things should be okay.
У меня больше взгляды падают на ту кошку, блин, там, которая сидит, или кот это.
Will be interesting, won't it? Come to think of it, I've never seen him smile either. How about this? You go see the chef for a bowl of almond tofu and a plate of whatever it is you're best at making. Almond tofu is one of the few human foods Xiao likes. The other dish is up to you.
Up to us, eh? What do you think you're the best at cooking?
Какой сложный. Ну ладно, его так будет.
Never heard of that one. Paimon wants to try it. But if we're gonna be cooking for an Adeptus, perhaps the satisfying salad would be the safer choice.
Салатик ему приготовить, значит. Понятно. Опять на побегушках тут. Ой.
Can't you see I'm on a break, kid? Scram.
Что-то он нифига не улыбчивый какой-то.
Scram.
Whoa. This chef guy's service is about as good as that Wagner guy's back in Mondstadt.
Что-то нифига не улыбчивый.
I see. If it's for the boss, then guess I don't have a choice now, do I? But my heart's not really in it right now. Not enough to make a dessert as painstaking as almond tofu.
And why is that?
A fencer's hand must be steady. So too must the hand of a chef. But my hands, they're not steady. Because a traveler once told me that this inn is haunted. And then just now,
Ты серьезно?
I saw something. Something not right.
А то, что у вас тут всякие, блин, слаймы эти, всякие, блин, духи, вас это вообще не смущает. А какой-то призрак вас смущает, я в шоке.
Even Wangshu Inn isn't safe. I can't keep a steady hand for something like almond tofu.
All right, in the name of
Хорошо,
high
Фрэнки,
quality
хорошо.
almond tofu, we need to go check this kitchen out.
У меня немножко это непонимание. У них всякие духи, то есть тут торчат, всякие эти слаймы. А его смутил какой-то призрак? Ну, где логика вообще? Я не понимаю. Бля, куда ты? Куда ты упадаешь? Какой ты призрак, блин, его пугает, он говорит. Что за бред, блин? Можешь скачать Roblox? Он бесплатный, если что. Мы добавимся в друзья, ты зайдешь в любую игру в Roblox, и я за тобой. Ой, ничего обещать не могу. О, сколько тут продуктов. Я все забираю. Все мое, ничего не знаю. Я шеф-повар, я здесь командую, я все забираю. Чё одна редиска, блин? Я не люблю редиску.
Doesn't seem to be anything.
Я восхищаюсь женщинами. Федор или как-то Федор? Ой, господи! Чё ты орёшь, блин? Это первый раз призрака видеть, что ли, блин? Я, по-моему, уже видела здесь призраков. О, у меня рецепт. Ладно, почитаю, что тут выскочило. Какая-то девочка пробежала, блин. Что, блин? Что происходит, блин? Такие смайлики еще были, будто на мат сказала. Ой, я офигею с этой Пайман просто, я не могу. Так, аллигатор, привет, спасибо. Что, блин? Что за ник такой? Аллигатор, привет, спасибо, что зашел. Господи. Как вы только сегодня зовете иначе? Сюда. Я, блин, на чат отвлеклась, а потом услышала, что это смех этот, и девочка это пробегает. Нифига себе.
What? You saw it too. There really is a ghost.
Он на этого похож, кстати. Из аниме. Как он? Берсек, по-моему, называется.
Forget it. Let's just go see the boss lady again.
Ник меня по приколу. Понятно. Ай, так, он на этого похож. Аниме Берсек. Забыла, как зовут этого воина. Вот уж такой здоровый, у него меч здоровый был.
Scared of something so insignificant. Hard to believe he was once a notorious bandit.
You don't seem that afraid of ghosts, boss lady.
Gods and ghosts. I've seen it all before.
Come to think of it, others don't seem to know there's an adeptus here at the inn except for the boss lady.
Shh. Say more and you'll be divulging my little secret. Right. Best you two be off. Go see to it that that little ghost doesn't go scaring anybody else.
Конфетку дали, она уйдет.
It's like the adeptus said. Mortal souls are not as robust as those of the adepti. So as not to be harmed when dealing with the adepti, you can start by practicing with that ghost.
But how should we persuade the ghost?
There is a calligraphy painting in the inn known as the Witness Sigil. It's been in circulation for over 1,000 years. Go take a look at it. Once you have, look for a place outside where you can see the exact same Witness Sigil formation.
Ой, понятно. Успокаиваем призрака, девочки. Нормально. Да, блин, конфетку, шоколадку дали, она взяла, успокоилась. Все, что, в чем, какие проблемы? Это ребенок. А куда я пошла, блин? Погоди. Вниз ведь было. Как говорится, Фрэнки, так-то... Бег. Понятно, все с вами, блин. Да куда? Не надо. Твою мать. Привет, собака. Скажи, кошки позволяют там лежать, а мне нет, да? Да, останься своим поручением, потом разберемся. Ух, не очень понравился мне этот призрак, особенно позже. Молотильщик. Молотильщик? Ай, блин! Что бывает, когда я отвлекаюсь на чат, бывает. Ой, я даю, блин. Хорошо, что сильно вниз не упала. Надо все равно было в самый низ. Вот, блин. Цветочки какие-то. Вот этой. Вот этой. Погодите. Куда? Стой! Стой! Куда побежала, блин? Ира, у тебя сколько времени? У меня 6:51. 5:51 у меня. Нет, там собака во дворе была там. Ну стой, куда ты? Дед... Ах ты, козюлька мелкая. Какая, блин? Так. Блядь, ненавижу этих роботов. Козюлька мелкая взяла, пробудила. Конечно, вечера. Ты что, блин? Еще нечего делать в 5 утра стримить. Слышь, козел. Неисправная машина. Фига себе, неисправная, блин, напала тут на меня. Да ты что, давай, ну повыпендривайся, пока не сдохнешь. Ну как, в принципе. Всегда на... Слышь, скотина. Иди. Да. Я в 5... Ну все, ты задолбал меня. Ну падай уже или что-нибудь делай. Ух ты, началось, блин, началось. Немножко осталось добить, и он, блин, выпендривается. Да какой смысл, ты сдохнешь сейчас? Вот как жить хочет. Давай. Ну вот и все. Что это так жутко звучало сейчас? Что ты устала, ты летаешь? Устала она, это я устала, блин. Вообще скотница. Шкодник мелкий, бегает такой. Ну, взяла ее, разозлила.
If you don't come and play, Dusky Ming will come find you.
Не надо ко мне приходить, ты что, с ума сошла, что ли? Я и так шуганутая, ты меня еще ко мне ночью будешь приходить. Ты что, с ума сошла, что ли? Такой призрак будет по ночам приходить, вообще спать невозможно будет. Как это будет стрёмно выглядеть. Ну, ужас какой. Призраков еще в Геншине этих не хватало, конечно, да. Так, куда идти? Обратно возвращаться? Ну, как обычно. Блин. Ай, контент угар. Посмотрим, Фрэнки, посмотрю. Ну, правда, спишь тут ночью, а к тебе это... Это обычный персонаж стоит? Каспар. Ну да, надо было только не Каспара, а Каспер уж тогда. Чё ж, как раз речь про призраков зашла. А чё ж нет-то, Та-ра-та-та-ра-та-та. Поставить она не будет пугать, теперь меня пугать будет. Я на это не подписывалась, так-то я согласилась помочь, но не соглашалась, чтобы меня призрак приходил ко мне ночью и меня пугал. Придется экстрасенса потом вызывать. Утренние стримы с призраком. Да не утро у меня еще. Я, блядь, еще говорю, вечер у меня. По московскому времени я живу. Как-то интересно, у вас лестница сделана? Давно починить надо. И ржать мне надо, не ел ничего сегодня. Удачи, пап. А, жрать тебе надо же. Ну, приятного аппетита, иди покушай. Спасибо, что заходил. Все.
What? You really got the ghost to promise to stop haunting the inn?
Я вспомнила. Гац. Звали Гац, точно. Персонажа. Он на него похож.
You really are something. I am in your debt. Please, wait a moment. I'll make you the smoothest, silkiest bowl of almond tofu. My hands are steadier than ever now that she's gone.
Фига ты заржал, ты чуть в печку не упал там. Жопу подколела. Ты мне тофу приготовил. Ай, ну-ка дай посмотрю. Дай, посмотрю. А где? Где блюдо, блин, в смысле? Что за хрень? Ладно, хрен с тобой, это все равно оленю тому надо отнести. Стой. Мне надо рецепт изучить. Во. Так. Теперь они у меня тоже есть. Вкуснота. Но ингредиентов нету, значит, потом приготовлю. Привет, последний. Да? Это я, наверное, слепая, не заметила, я как обычно. Очки сломала, ничего не вижу. Эх. Сейчас хозяин гостиницы вот этой вот отеля будет мне платить за мою работу, блин. Тут поваром, официантом, кем я только не побыла уже тут. Издеваются, блин. Этому еще лично приноси.
You two, again.
Я тебе так-то миндальные что там, не знаю, тофу приготовила. Что там?
What's
Да,
this?
тофу, по-моему. Жри.
It's your favorite almond tofu, as well as this distant traveler's best dish, a satisfying salad. Quick, tell him everything before he finishes eating.
Rex Lapis. How could this be? I can't imagine it. Though times have changed, I've never imagined a Liyue without him.
Рустам, привет,
The
спасибо, что
ruling
зашел.
Qixing. Just what role have they played in this? I will seek Mooncarver, Mountain Shaper, and Cloud Retainer. It is time they too made their decisions. Adepti do not turn on their responsibilities. I have my reasons to not want to be tainted by the mortal realm, but responsibilities are responsibilities. Our god is the god of contracts, after all.
Wait, Paimon still has one last question. That Dusky mean she's...
When conquering demons, on occasion, you can come across spirits who have
Валера,
never hurt
привет, спасибо,
anyone,
что зашел.
yet are also not yet able to be moved on. So I asked the innkeeper and the boss if they could keep her here for a time.
Чё, какой РП?
So really, Wang Shuin was looking after her. Really keeping a wide range of business going, huh?
Вот деловой еще лично ему приноси, блин. Ну точно олень, блин. Так вроде. Капец, блин. Ой. Ох. О. Ну, блин, ну, конечно. Ай, блин, да верни мне. Байду, верни мне. Камушки, камушки, камушки надо собирать. Ляпис, собирай. Да все, все, подожди, да я закончу свои дела, потом к тебе подойду. Да что такое-то? Такое чувство, будто киндеры сюрпризы какие-то открываю. Бля, какой же мне слайм попадется? Блин, что ж так смешно. Так, какой ранг приключений его можно посмотреть, зайдя... Ну так и надо было написать, какой ранг приключений, 25-й. Ну, там хрен знает уже. А, ну должен быть уже, по сути, 26-й, но там я пока не могу. Хрен знает. Наконец-то.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Сундук. Так и надо писать, типа, сундук, блин, ой, сундук говорю. Блин. Ай, блин, что, типа, какой ранг? Но не обязательно было так прям расписывать, просто бы спросил, какой ранг, и все.
Have mercy, O mighty Adeptus. I beg you, show mercy upon me and my brother. Spare our lives. Who are you? What's going on?
Рыцарь. Я рыцарь.
We asked you first.
Oh. You
Да мы
enjoy
вроде не
safe passage
спрашивали
in
его
Joyun Karst.
об этом.
It can only mean one thing. You must be Adepti messengers, sent here to rescue me and my brother.
What is he talking about?
Oh, have mercy, mighty messengers of the illuminated Adepti. I beg you to save us. My brother and I, we only came here because our family is poor, and we heard tell of treasures hidden in the amber of Mount Hulao. It was stupid of us. But All we wanted to do was find enough treasure to sell and support our family. We followed the path up the mountain, but suddenly, the amber, it swallowed up my brother Li Dang. I ran away and made it this far before it dawned on me. We were trespassers in the abode of the Adepti, and this was our punishment. I had no idea how to rescue my brother, so I just started praying for the Adepti to have mercy, right here on the spot. And now, at long last, 2 messengers come to my aid.
What? We're not Adepti messengers. We just want to find the Adepti like everyone else.
No, you must be messengers. You have to be. I have no idea which amber trapped him. Please, you have to rescue him. I beg you, show me some Adepti mercy.
Хорошо, только на колени не вставай передо мной.
Thank you, almighty messengers of the illuminated Adepti. I promise that we will never be so foolish again.
Бедолага. Так.
Paimon was gonna ask him about where
Paimon.
to find the Adeptus, but he seems pretty one-track mind about rescuing his brother right now. So, he said that Li Dang got trapped in amber somewhere on Mount Hulao, and that they were following the path the whole way up. So...
Так, 45-й ранг у тебя, значит. Нормально. Молодец. Так, низ, да? Находится... Юхти-бухти.
The more the merrier. First round.
Так. Где последний? Отлично. Да, я освобождаю, я его освобождаю. Пусть потерпит, блин. Буёлки. Пошел вон. О, зверёныш.
Where have you been hiding?
Ай, блин, дикие.
Freeze!
Как ты мне поможешь пройти сюжетку? Ты же сам сказал, что это проходил. Как можно помочь пройти сюжетку? А, ты вернулся? А ты падла. Иди сюда, беги ко мне. Беги ко мне, а то ты падаешь постоянно. Так, она сама страдает. О, спасибо. Да. Только хотела сама это сказать. Что я сама страдаю. Да вы твари.
Dodge this.
Ой, так. А, блин. Да вы елки. Так. Так, иду. В будущем, возможно, будет стрим с подписчиками. Да не... А, ну, я еще нифига. Ух ты. Я не хочу в ту дырку падать. Спасибо. Ну, походу, придется когда-то. Здорово. Блин. Блин, ну заебали. Где ты? Где-то ползает, короче. Ладно, хрен на него. Ой. Господи. Я его 2 года выполнял. Кого? Задание? Кого ты 2 года выполнял? Подожди. Это задание... Ну, долгое, но я не уверена, что на 2 года. Это точно. По-моему, это перебор какой-то. Кто? Где? Эти ко мне придурки бегут. Ну так иди сюда, чего ты, блин, вот ушел. Ну все, молоко там. Как они тут увидели? Глазастые, блин. Бедный кабанчик. А ничего страшного. Не я, так кто-то другой убьет. Да блин. Да, елки-палки, ну что вы везде вводитесь-то? Задолбали. А ты молитву открываешь? Ну да. Ну, вчера открывала вот этот новый баннер, который вышел. У меня персонажка выпала. С этого баннера, по крайней мере. О, вот ты где. Блин, и спасать его еще. Ну, зашибись. Ну. Цветочки. Как они заколебали. Где они? Все, вам как сдам. Разозлили. Ты, блин. Самые бесполезные слаймы просто. Сейчас самые слабые. Они все, по сути, слабые. Ну, блин. Эти прям что-то вообще. Ужас какой-то. Тебе самое главное получить... Ну, это сперва, ну... Чего? Трубу надо выбить, чтобы ты могла понять. Так. Где? Ну, тихо, не помирай.
What happened? You rescued me. Oh, thank you. Oh, and have you seen my brother? His name is Li Ding. We were climbing the mountain together. I just hope he didn't get trapped in Ember 2.
Это точно не угадаешь, кто выпадет. У меня вообще там баннер это до сих пор, по-моему, остался. У меня Бэйдоу там выпало, хотя я вообще этого не ожидала. Я думала, обычный персонаж из этого баннера выпадет.
So he's safe then? Oh, thank you. I will head up to find my brother now. Here's hoping I don't run into any more Amber on the way.
Ой. Ты что там делал, слышь? получила такое? Чё? А хвастается, что у нее 2 персонажа, да? Блин, ненавижу этих магов бездны, особенно этого. Ну что тебе когда?
Eyes on me!
Да что вы тут делаете все?
Freeze! Cool it!
На одного нарвалась, на второго, ну как обычно все. Оно и происходит. Блин, забыла, как ее зовут. Сейчас зайду, посмотрю, которая у меня выпала вчера. Юницинь, блин. Ну, я как и хотела, в принципе, только я... Она такая, не сказать, что сильная. Я и хотела, чтобы с копьем, и чтобы огонь именно был. Ну, пусть будет, ладно. Так, наверх залезьте. Ну, прокачай, посмотрим, как оно будет. Должна достать. Иди сюда. Блядь, промахнулась. Ну, блин. Как обычно. Где ты? А, вот ты где. Да какие вы мерзкие, бесячие, просто ненавижу вас. Так. Мне проще туда. А может не проще? Ну, Янзинь, как по мне, то как... Чё? Ты делаешь задание? Ну, естественно. Естественно делаю, блин. Как их не делать? Как эти задания не выполнять? У него хпшки что-то мало. А не первого у тебя Агео. А! О, птичка. Бедная птица. Ну пофиг, сама виновата, что под горячую руку попала.
What's the hurt? This moment will be frozen in time.
Fascinating.
Так. все, воссоединение двух братьев произошло.
Thank you for rescuing my brother, oh mighty messengers of the illuminated Adepti.
Что-то мне неловко стало.
What? No. I mean, like everyone else, we've heard that there's an Adeptus living in Mount Hulao. But regular folks like us would never have the chance to meet them. No way. Unlike you guys, you're Adepti messengers. So it's a whole different story. Anyway, we have trespassed in the realm of the Adeptus for long enough. We should get going. Thank you, mighty Adepti messengers.
Yes. Thank.
Как побежали?
Boy, it'd be super helpful if we actually were Adepti messengers. Cause it seems like this Adeptus has got a real temper problem. But it's not like we've done anything wrong, so...
Who dares trespass on my mountain? Who?
Птица!
Foolish mortal. Come forth and receive your punishment.
Фига ты. Ну тут больше мне понравился олень этот.
You intrude upon the sanctity of Mount Hulao. You destroy the amber of my mountain. And you free a thief whose freedom is not yours to give. The thief's ignorance was an affront to the Adepti. But your actions are an abomination of the highest order.
Не клюнь меня за это.
Wait, we can explain.
A sigil of permission. One was unaware that such things still exist in the mortal realm. In the beginning, Rex Lapis cast them for the mortals with his own hand. Few were made then, and thousands of years on, fewer still remain. Speak. One shall listen to the matter which brings you here. Then one shall verify the truth thereof. You would be wise to speak the truth. For Liyue is not so far from here that one would be easily deceived. Rex Lapis, assassinated?
Да, убит.
At the rite of dissension?
Да. Да.
What mortal in Liyue, nay in all the world, would conspire to commit such foul treason? Or perhaps the more pertinent question is, what power in this world could aspire to achieve it? Rex Lapis charged the Adepti with the protection of Liyue, and we have always honored this duty. As the people have prospered, so have we gradually withdrawn into the mountains. Indeed, this was a gesture of goodwill towards humanity. But now, alas, Rex Lapis, gone. Traveler, of the matter you have relayed, one has become aware. One now knows why Moon Carver has sent for us. Once one has dealt with certain matters here that require my attention, one...
Paimon can! Adepti always have magical powers in storybooks. Seems it's true in real life, too. You know, like how grass is actually Adepti hair, and rivers are actually Adepti saliva. There must be something similar going on with the amber.
Your nonsense knows no bounds. This amber is produced by a flower that one has planted here, called the karst crawler. The majority of the plant is hidden underground. When stepped on, it produces amber to trap the invader. After taking up residence here, one planted many karst crawlers to ensure that the tranquility of the mountain would remain undisturbed. Over the years, they have helped to prevent many disturbances. But in the process, they have also trapped many curious things.
Тут диалогов больше, чем
So
действий.
the Amber is alive?
Correct. Thus, one may not leave this place in its current state, for fear of the risk to innocent lives in one's absence. One will depart as soon as one has attended to this matter. One trusts that the manner of your departure will be swifter in nature.
Так, надо вернуться. Надо... А, туда идем. Идем туда. Идем мы туда. Летим, точнее. А я говорю, что здесь их тут дофига. Я уж увидела, что их дофига тут. Ну да, диалогов много. Ну что ж поделать, сюжетка.
Hey, who put this table here? They've even set it ready for dinner. There's a wine jug and everything. Ooh, they even have the guests' names carved into the seats. Here sits Retainer. Here sits Guizhong. Here sits Rex. Maybe Rex is short for Rex Lapis. But Paimon has no idea about Guizhong. As for Retainer... That's it! When Mooncarver was going through the names of his Adepti buddies, he said there was one called Cloud Retainer. So this must be where Cloud Retainer and the other Adepti have their dinner parties.
Ну, что-то в кайф, конечно, все.
How about we cook up some extra special dishes for the Adepti? We're sure to get Cloud Retainer's attention that way. But what do Adepti even eat anyway? Paimon has no idea. People must make offerings here all the time. Guess all we can do is look around the area for any leftovers. Maybe that'll give us some ideas. Do you think maybe it's at all possible that the Adepti might like to try some sticky honey roast?
Кто их знает? Кто их знает? Ладно, сейчас я отойду.
It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Can never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Could never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Так, ну все, вернулась. Делаем задание. Чего ж теперь? Будем делать, выполнять задание. Сколько уже? Правда, час идет уже стоим. А пофиг. Так, меня давно не было, можно. Да не приготовить, да, и соберу. Ой, вот дает. Так.
Someone has definitely cooked here before. Do you think they were making an offering? Looks like they didn't use all the ingredients. Let's see here. We got some snapdragon, some lotus heads, some tofu. Whatever they were cooking, it sounds complicated. Hey, look over there. They left some notes too.
А чё тофу? Давайте мятное желе покушаем.
It's a doozy. Paimon's not surprised they had to write it all down. It's a lot to remember. We should read it carefully.
Следы нужны. Следы? Следы? А зачем? Рецептик. Рецептик дали. Счастье просто. Так. Рецепт изучай. Давай. Что это? Где он? А, нет, это было суп. Готовить. Какой красивый, слышишь? Люблю, когда я в Геншине связано что-то с готовкой. Одно надо было или что? А, во, следы, я поняла, что ты имел в виду, следы готовки.
Whoever cooked here last obviously likes to keep things neat and tidy. Paimon bets they were making an offering to the Adepti. Looks like we got us some matsutake and some raw meat. And what do you know? The recipe is right here. This chef was a super organized person.
Угу. Конечно. Голубцы с грибами. Фу, не люблю голубцы. Но может они в Геншине красиво будут выглядеть. Столько рецептов, я довольна. Стой!
Whoa, the ground is covered in flour. What a messy chef.
Только ты говорила, какой он клевый, блин, сейчас она говорит, он грязнуля. Нормально.
Do you think whoever cooked this made it as an offering to the Adepti? Paimon can't quite imagine an offering made of flour and meat. Huh? Our messy chef dropped a piece of paper on the floor. Ew, and there's a huge footprint on it too. But footprint aside, maybe it has something to do with this mystery dish.
Ох, приготовить, изучать, тихо, там. Ух, блин, нифига себе. Нормально так смотрится. 8 штук нормально. Так. Угу. О.
Opening a chest is like a...
Так, плыву уже. Так. Как это все аппетитно выглядит, вот уже хочется. Все. Это все мне. Это как видео выкладываю, когда ребята там строят бассейны из глины или дом. Они потом ужинают и после ужина идут купаться. Вот я точно так же совершила. Иду с таким. Так. Рекомендуемый элемент. Да, у меня огонь есть. Все, погнали, короче, все. Самое интересное начинается. Ёлки-палки.
One senses the presence of a sigil of permission. One knows not why you have come, though the sincerity of your offering is clear. Hence, you shall be granted an opportunity. Find your way through mine abode, and you shall receive an audience with the adeptus whom you seek.
As a dutiful maid would.
Ну, чихаем. Чё тут много? А, он упал. Неудачник, блин. Да сдохни ты уже. А, блядь, они же электричество.
Oh, so sorry.
Ну-ка, здоровая, дай маленькую убью. Ку, привет. Спасибо, что зашел. На тебе. Ну-ка. Так. Так. Сейчас да, вот убью. Да, ты слышишь? Ты чё? На тебя не прокатывает больше? Конечно, оно выполнено. Должно быть.
Look, that platform is moving. So that's what this button is for.
Так. Что это такое, блядь?
Power that ended Hanshan!
Cool it. What's the hurry? Freeze.
Так, где еще один? Ах ты. Да, блин, слышь, я тебя выкинуть хотел. Ну да, конечно. Проще упасть, короче. Как обычно, блин. Ой. Не он, так я упала. Ну ладно. Куда? Редиска упала. Ай, блин. Стоп. Стоп, стоп, стоп. Я тут. Я вижу, что ты тут. Так, по-любому ты сейчас сражаться будем. Тихо, вылезем. А, запомнить надо. Так, давай, понял. Хорошо, сейчас. Угу. 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 Да ты чё, дура, что ли? Зачем ты упала?
Paimon thinks that you're doing this all wrong. Try activating the mechanisms again, but pay more attention this time.
Твою мать, она упала, я сбилась. Последний останется. Ух, ну ладно. Ну ладно, вроде ничего сложного нет. Это не головоломка, это что по-божески просто. Ой, так. Бежим. Понятно. Угу. Это было просто. Все забираем. Все домой забираем. Так. Куда? Туда, да? Больше ничего нет. Понял. Иду. Сначала редиску соберем. Из ящиков. А нам надо... Да, как раз таки туда. Угу. Так. Господи, опять что-то... Это мне повезло или оно так и должно быть? Надеюсь, оно так и должно было быть просто. Бегу. А где монстры? Подавайте монстров. О, птица.
One is most impressed. The path that leads through this abode defies those of ordinary abilities.
Куда?
The one before you is the Adeptus Cloud Retainer. Now speak of the matter which brings you here. You surmise correctly. In fact, even Gui Zhang and Rex Lapis themselves found one's technological accomplishments to be worthy of commendation.
This place is huge, and there are so many mechanisms. Do you really have this whole place to yourself? What's it even for? Did you build it as your private mechanism workshop or something? It's just like the stories say. The Adepti leave the human world, find somewhere to go be a hermit, and then they research and invent all these amazing things.
One is simply not partial to the tedium of social interaction, and wished to find some peace and quiet. Find it one did. Shortly after which, you arrived bearing your sigil of permission. But enough. State the matter which brings you here at once. You have disturbed the tranquility of this place for long enough.
Кому не зайдешь, все мы, блин, в чем-то виноваты.
Rex Lapis. Assassinated? How can this be? Such a heinous crime! Who would dare? The notion is so preposterous as to be unbelievable. One shall have to verify the truth of the matter independently. Perhaps one shall quash Liyue first, then convene with the other Adepti.
В смысле казню? Ты что, обалдела, что ли, птица?
Wait, what? Did you just say
За
squash
что?
Liyue Harbor? Are you seriously gonna wipe out the whole city?
Мне эти адепты уже
Only a
раздражают.
response of sufficient magnitude can negate the possibility of further incidents. It is as you say, but if Rex Lapis has indeed been murdered, then Liyue is in great peril.
Как раз таки ты тогда, получается, опасность будешь для города, раз ты пытаешься всех казнить, придурочная, блин, птица.
It is precisely because one does not wish to see further suffering that exceptional measures are deemed necessary at this exceptional time.
Yikes! Quick, you gotta think of something. She wants to squash Liyue flat, and it doesn't seem like she's bluffing. Exactly what Paimon was gonna say. We made all that delicious food and gave every last bit of it to you. We were hoping you might help Liyue out, not wipe Liyue out. Or at least let's, discuss it first. Can't hurt for you to get a second opinion.
Contract? A cruel irony that you should appeal to the notion after the merciless murder of the god of contracts himself. The people of Liyue seem quite content to dispense with their contracts. They are quite adept at taking that which is composed of black and white and turning it gray. Nevertheless, since you come here in the name of contracts, far be it from one to abandon one's own contractual obligations. Least of all when you come bearing a sigil of permission. Rex Lapis infused these sigils with adeptal power when he first cast them. That power once aided humans in battle. Most of the sigil's power has long since worn off. It is but a keepsake now. This keepsake cannot be taken as proof of your trustworthiness. One must investigate the claims that you make independently. This, no doubt, is Mooncarver's very reason for summoning us. Your audience with the Adeptus before you is now concluded. Leave at once, and...
Больно надо тебя тревожить, блин. Больно тебя надо было тревожить. Так, это куда? Топать, 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 топать. А. Угу. Ну, пойдем. Странные какие-то, блин, эти адепты, блин. Вообще не могу. Один олень только адекватный, походу. Остальные какие-то странные, блин. Ой. Здрасте.
You finally returned. How was your journey to Jueyun Karst? I see.
5 минут разговора.
Huh. Mooncarver, Mountain Shaper, Cloud Retainer, Conqueror of Demons. Some of these names have never come up in the intel the Fatui gets hold of. As a returning gift, I too have information for you. Regarding the Archon's passing, the Liyue Qixing's response really has given me food for thought. They've announced that, as the true killer has not yet been found, they are not allowing anyone to pay their respects to the Exuvia. They've even gone so far as to try and cut off information. But with the right of dissension and all, even the Qixing isn't able to keep a lid on things.
Exuvia?
It's common knowledge in Liyue that Rex Lapis is also an Adeptus. The Geo-Archon is also the god of contracts, and is also known as the Exuvia, prime of the Adepti. The mighty and illuminated Adepti of today all signed contracts to protect Liyue way back then.
Guess that explains why they're all so focused on Liyue's well-being.
Naturally, they both have the responsibility and the aptitude for the job. If the ruling Qixing became unable to perform their duty properly, the Adepti have the right to take corrective action. The Geo-Archon's spirit has risen, so why would the Qixing hide his vessel? Truly suspicious.
Oh, right! He's the whole reason we came here! If the Liyue Qixing has locked up Exuvia and won't let anyone near, then our quest to find the Seven is already over.
Oh? You're trying to find the Seven? And just why might that be, pray tell?
Чтоб ты спросил.
Nice answer. A knight that gets duped by the Fatui would really be no knight at all now, would they? But I can help you with that too, you know.
Really?
Give me some time. Time to find someone.
Кого тебе надо отыскать?
Someone who can help you break through this stalemate. Truly fascinating. The harder they try to silence the situation, the greater the chaos that erupts. If you want to be around to see it all come crashing down, best you stay alive until we next meet, yes?
Да-да. Так, стеженьку. Забираем. Сколько у меня там уходит? Нормально. Так, карта. Карта. Блин, подожди. Да потом выпьешь. Некогда. Да погоди. Так, смотрю. Что там дальше? Слеживать. Наступление нового дня. Да без проблем, подожду. Без проблем, я подожду. Так. Так. Ну, давай. Тик-так. Ну. Ой, бля. Я и забыла, кстати, что эти часы есть. Хорошо, что вспомнила.
Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
Иду. Да я с тобой не хочу разговаривать. Влад, иди. Влад, блин. Пока, я не хочу с тобой разговаривать. Я сейчас случайно тебя нажала. Ёхти-мохти, блин.
Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui.
Дорогой друг.
You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Only the Tsaritsa truly has a will as solid as the permafrost. But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
What agreement? Oh, the thing about him helping us find a guy?
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
Ah, where is that guy anyway?
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Oh, Paimon knows this one.
Да ты все слышала.
There are two styles of cooking in Lioli, known as Li style and Yue style.
Опять
They
кухня у
have been
него.
competing for centuries, but neither has
Все, что
emerged as
связано
the
с
clear
животворей,
winner.
она все знает.
The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face to face with the Shinyue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style.
Когда речь заходит о еде, Паймон становится живой энциклопедией. Это точно.
Don't talk to Paimon like that. Anyway, Paimon's hungry. Let's get moving.
Она все жрет, она все жрет. Она все жрет только. Ой, блин, голодуха, блин. Голоданка такая. У меня все с едой связано. Ай, бля, мне не прокормить ее. Так, куда? Туда? О, стоит, ждет. А я тут такая красивая приземлюсь.
Aha, you made it.
Да, ждал.
As promised, I found someone who can help you.
Смотри,
Someone
какие
who
у него
can
глаза
solve the mystery
красивые.
why the Liyue Qixing would hide the Geo Archon's vessel.
So, where is he? In Lioli Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liyue custom.
Меня кто-нибудь когда-нибудь пригласит на свидание или нет в этом Геншине?
Welcome back, sir.
Я думала,
You
сейчас нас
honor
не
us with your
пустят.
patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Ой, какие люди приветливые. О, Чужлин.
Hi.
Какой у него голос грубый.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhong Li, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui.
Что-то он так смотрит на меня, я ж это немножко вздрогнула. Фига у него взгляд.
Indeed, Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed. And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
Walk in the shadows?
It is an honor to meet you.
Фига у него голос.
I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of business involving dealing with people?
Indeed. It is as you have guessed.
Теперь я точно знаю, с кем на
The
свидание не пойду
Wangsheng
в Геншине.
Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends,
Да лучше он
but the
под наемным
Wangsheng
убийцей
Funeral
был.
Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly. Well, they are still I shouldn't say too much.
Фрэнки
In any
вернулся.
case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zhongli because...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhongli has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst. As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng funeral parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to. Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo-Archon's last rites?
A wise decision. The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the seven.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again.
Мне кажется, бы каждая девушка мечтала бы с двумя красивыми парнями сидеть за одним столиком.
If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks and get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
Что Гарри Поттера пересмотрел? Владение палочками. Ну ладно, давай я напротив сяду, чтобы тебе скучно не было.
Chopsticks.
А, палочки эти для еды, что ли? Я не сразу врубилась-то. А можно я сяду к тебе? Ну ты... А, я на него нажал. Свидание. Что-то... Блюда какие-то странные.
Chopsticks truly are difficult to use.
Я не хотела на тебя нажимать. Нафиг ты мне сдался? Все, встань. Ой. И все одному ему. Ну, нормально вообще. Пристроился там. Вот и познакомились с персонажем, который у меня на превьюхе. Здрасте, красавец.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue?
Ну... Тяжелый выбор, но я его выберу.
Indeed. The weight of 3,700 years worth of history runs deepest in the true divinity of Liyue.
А могли бы мягче голос? Я не могу, меня напрягает его голос. Я боюсь, что он на меня рычать будет или рявкать, я это боюсь.
And ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, The Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure. These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prize Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
Что? Только дурак смотрит на палец. Ой, блин. Блин. Ну, не знаю, но по сравнению с этим... Ой, с первым городом этот мне больше нравится.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on
Ты
Jade?
такой
This
пухлик.
could be your lucky day. It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Почти 20 часов
Betting?
идет.
No, we're here for... what was it again?
Noctilucous jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Я возьму.
You
Всё.
act with such panache, good sir.
У продавца
I
сейчас
always
радости
knew you were
будет
not
полный
a man of
штаны.
ordinary
Всё
caliber.
возьмет.
Oh, wait, boss. That one didn't count. We need to discuss it again.
Когда не знаешь, что выбрать, решил все взять.
Hey, if we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the more if we buy them all?
Oh, Mora.
Ну, если ты платишь, я как бы
It
не
is as you
против.
say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Странно, что ты не подумал. Ты что, богатый, что ли?
How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
What?
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What?
Что-то щелкает у меня.
So loaded that he doesn't even bother hunting for a bargain.
No need to waver. Even when I am
Не, я
constrained
передумала,
by
мне
Mora,
нравится, у него денег
I
много.
have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous
Ой, вообще не
jade is
думает о деньгах.
indeed very tricky. As crude
Ладно, шучу.
ore, there is little
Ну, он
difference in
прикольный как бы.
texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade. Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way
Ты
to
этому
truly
удивлена? Я в
evaluate
шоке.
this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon. Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
Я думала, кто щелкает, ходит, это там эти на каблуках своих ходят в обуви. У меня наушники щелкают, сломались, что ли, думаю.
I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Priceless, huh? Hyman's just said that we might never be able to use it again. We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell?
Не, просто свободу.
That would... well... fine. As you wish, then.
Да ладно, тебе не расстраивайся.
How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Oh, you flatter me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride and joy. If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have killed me.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out. You mean at Wanmin Restaurant? As long as we do it when she's not in.
That would not do. It is a place where people come and go. They would be endangered if the elemental reaction were to get out of control. We cannot take such a risk.
Oh, Paimon remembers! We once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the Hilly Churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions. Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.
А что нам еще делать? Конечно, в путь. Ёхти-мохти, блин. Ох ты ж. Так. Так, а у меня ключа нету? Наверное, нету. Надо проверить. Я уж не помню.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
Так. Ну, мы поняли. Хорошо тебе. Ух ты, нифига там котел А, точно, я помню. Я ж видела его тогда.
That's the pot. It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it. It's a bit bright,
Это мой
but we
котел.
gotta cut the line.
Ничего не знаю. Пошли вон отсюда. Сейчас сама вас сварю там. Ты ж, падла. Какой злой, блин. Да блин. И кабан на меня бежит. Че помогать? Будет, блин. Так. Ну давай. Туда сама не залезь только.
There's still soup in here. These hilly trolls sure have big appetites.
Там, по-моему, только одна вода кипит.
This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment. We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention.
Давай. Давай. Погоди.
Whoa, that light came from
Кто
the
там
first note to
пришел?
Lucas Jade. Hilly trolls are surrounding us again. Were they attracted by the light?
Ладно.
Such nosy neighbors. Let's take care of them and continue.
Вы, как
again
обычно,
after.
покоя мне никакого не даете.
Leave it up to me.
Eyes on me!
Все, нефиг мне мешать. Я готовлю тут. Они мешают мне.
That light came from
Да
the
слышь!
second note to Lucas Jade, didn't it? More hilly trolls. They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food.
Где этот черт, блин?
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
Dodge this.
Что там делаешь? Нефига. Нифига. Нифига. Ничего. Мне тут.
Freeze.
Ой, блин. Так. Что у меня тут? Залагало все. Так. Ой, не ту взяла. Давай, помогай.
Oh, that's bright! Too bright! That was the third note to Lucas Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
Тоже хотела стрелять. Ой. Список рэперов, которых я слушаю. Ой. Понятненько. У меня вообще ни любимых, ни певцов, ни треков нету. Мне вообще без разницы, какую музыку слушать, в принципе. А, подожди, туда. Иду.
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
Huh? No, it wasn't that one. Paimon remembers that it wasn't very bright. Think a bit harder.
Она мне первой казалось, что говорила.
Exactly. That's the one Paimon remembers too.
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done. All the same, pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucus jade for?
I suppose
Почему мне показалось, что он номер один говорил? Не знаю, почему тебе так показалось.
We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. This means that Rex Lapis really is... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liua Cheating and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liua will continue to prosper as it always has done.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucus jade back.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I
Фрэнки, я не
thought,
над
I
твоей
didn't
фамилией
bring any.
смеюсь.
Any what?
Mora. My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
У каждого разные фамилии. Чё, блин, смеяться? Я не пойму, как дети, блин. О, вообще, блин, сколько, блин, для меня необычная была фамилия, какая она, могильная. Чё, я не смеялась, просто необычная, вот и все. Вообще не вижу смысла смеяться над фамилиями, это как, блин, не знаю, как дети маленькие, блин.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait. Didn't Child give us some advanced funds earlier?
Да, он нам денежки дал. Знаю, что его девушка будущее будет покупать.
Have a look.
Чё? Я промотала случайно, что ли?
Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Eugene Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single mora.
I will do my best. You have my thanks.
Вот именно за тебя девушку платит, ты не офигел ли, блин? Вообще, такой. Ай, блин, необычный парень, блин. Под чай лит, блин, подумал и дал мне деньги. Я он там целый мешок выдал. А этот забыл. Паразит, блин. Так чего, блин? Ох, так. Что там прыгаешь, блин? Что ты там прыгаешь? Угу. Что? Что? Ты о чем? Все, Фрэнки долго выпендривался. Ай. Что вам положили?
We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Пит начинает просто его кошелек весь опустошим сейчас.
Yes. I have already rented this location and have begun making preparations for the rite. That's right. The Liyue Qixing have acquiesced to using the same location.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith. Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. Wonder what that's about. Also, the, Rex Lapis vessel...
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So, was this Exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here.
Ты еще в этой сюжетке будешь сражаться с боссом, он очень сильный. Страшно уже.
These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Это хорошо. Это хорошо.
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Tevat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Wow!
No,
Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morax. But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available. Perhaps each has their motives. But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers outside their remit. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes? Where'll we get those? Do we buy them?
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted.
Фрэнки, что это за
The
игра
quality
такая?
of the silk flowers we require is also special. Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to gods and adepti.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
Пошли, пошли, пошли. У меня вопрос, я когда-нибудь пойду на свидание с каким-нибудь парнем или нет? Я была бы не против. Чё? О, Андрей.
Why'd they have to give me that transfer?
Типа, опускайся. Давай сюда.
Hey, boss, do you sell silk flowers here?
Silk flowers? We certainly do. Which kind would you like?
Там, короче, на картах разных дерешься друг против друга. На карте ходить можно, пока не выкинешь. Противника не победишь. А, куда-нибудь, господи. Я вас читаю, Сашенька. Ой, господи. Можно хоть в 10-ром играть. Ну, не знаю, не знаю.
Kind? The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paimon what kinds there are again?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid questions.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute.
Слышь, усатый, ты не офигел? Чё, блин, какие слуги? Ты что, обалдел? Пайман, прости, что я назвала тебя живой консервой. Я ее даже не называла так.
Now then, please peruse at your leisure. Do let me know if you have any further thoughts.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens, excellently preserved. Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely packed stamens, though its powerful scent gives it away just as easily.
Он так красиво это все говорит. У меня, походу, новая любовь в Геншине появилась. Нифига он, блин.
Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search of the adepti. Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow! A true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Да он вообще просто Ой, блин, вообще. Хоть что-то меня в краску он вогнал аж, пока это все рассказывал.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
Или в GTA
I'll
онлайн
take them all,
проходить.
boss.
В GTA?
Again?
Ну, не знаю.
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird. But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. The same logic does not apply. Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the seven. Rex Lapis will then make his own choice between the scents. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the seven in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in this case. Now that's settled, a question. Do you have any Mora?
Ты заколебал, слышь?
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
У него уже... Или фосмофобия. Фосмофобию надо с кем-то играть, но не одному. Это, блин, там вообще одному в этой игре делать нечего. Там сразу убили, ты сразу поиграл. Там вообще смысла нет одному играть. Он заколебал, чего он такой бомжик, блин? Я не могу. Денег нету.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news about what happened at this year's Rite of Dissension. It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried that everything I've heard is true. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge. Just don't forget to pass on my regards.
Are you
Кэм,
serious?
привет, спасибо, что зашел.
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money!
Please, it's the least I could do.
So, now that we've got the flowers, how do we make the perfume?
Ideally, with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of my acquaintances have personal experience in the art of decoction.
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city. Try the common folk, especially women.
So this time we get to go around town
Какой он
looking
богач,
for
он с
nice
собой деньги не
smelling
берет,
ladies
жмот,
to
блин.
talk to? Paimon likes this job.
I will wait for you near the statue of the seven.
Там что-то
Meet me
упало.
there when the
Под
perfume
ногами
is
там
ready.
что-то упало. Говорю же, если посмотришь банду Ютуба, то тогда поймешь, что за
At the
игры.
Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Lan. She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
Он так красиво все это рассказывал, что я аж это втюхалась немножко. Сейчас он бесит меня тем, что у него денег вечно нету. Ой, блин. Кажется, нам бесплатно отдали. Кстати. Это... Куда? Или он жмотится просто деньги, либо у него действительно их нету.
Adventurer!
Lan, we need to ask you for a favor.
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two, but you'll just have to ask another adventurer.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
Вы очень вкусно пахнете. Вот лучше так спросить.
Wow. Just wow. Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you? I think you're underestimating the kind of person I am.
Ну, я не знаю, меня к тебе
You
направили.
smell amazing. So come on, Lan. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent? Oh, it must be from the Genshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lan's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Chi-Mei.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good. Thanks, Lan. See you around.
Их, да мне без разницы, кто из вас будет эти масла делать. Вы мне, главное, сделайте их. А то гоняйте меня туда-сюда, блин.
Hello. How may I help?
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself. That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yingar? Oh, as in scent of spring, Yingar?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Great! This is just the intel we need. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Long sword in hand, and the world at my feet.
Гоняет меня туда-сюда, блин, обалдели совсем.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
What? How did you know we were coming?
Откуда ты знал, что мы придем?
I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like? 3 in one go. My goodness.
Да делай мне все равно. Мне главное было тебе привезти.
Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling ammunition? Is that it? Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds.
Ты не болтай, делай.
Sorry, your story just doesn't hold water.
Тебя не должно волновать, зачем мне это.
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, "Oh,
Вот
cherry
именно, кто ты
tree,
такая, чтобы осуждать
begrudge
меня?
not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the
Видишь, блин,
spring, for
докопалась до
come
меня.
winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither."
That went over over Paimon's head a little.
Я давно их
In
перестала уже
short,
понимать.
I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with me. So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume? Where is that? Mondstadt? We're only making some perfume. There's no need to go to such ridiculous lengths. Somewhere closer to home will do. Let's go for the kitchen at one main
Опять я не
restaurant.
туда попала. Что за бред, блин. Ой. О.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you ready to please me?
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant, obviously. While I'm setting up, you can go and fetch some water.
Да, конечно, как всегда, я на побегушках тут должна у всех бегать, да? Где? Уйди. Уйди. Ты куда ты полезла? Да, да уй. Я случайно. Ой, тут дают мне тут проходу. Что там? Уйди.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using a crafting bench. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully take hold of the mortar and pestle.
Подписчики
Gently
Ирина
does
Фокс
it.
и Самаира, вы лучшие люди.
You
Спасибо,
need to
Фрэнки.
keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out. Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water.
Да, я умница.
Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench.
А может, я сама
Don't
лучше
forget
сделаешь? Я
to
не
do all
хочу.
three.
Я боюсь.
They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is ready.
Ладно.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
Ой, боже. Ладно. Ага. Красивые какие бутыльки. Дай. Спасибо. Ну все, возвращаемся обратно.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there.
Понятно.
All three perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays.
Ты готова потратить столько сил ради своего возлюбленного похвала? Я не на такое способна, но я и не для него это делаю. Тем более кто? Никто не хочет меня на свидание звать. Никому я не нужна. Так. Я Я думала, все это время думала только о вас.
Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just help you match the right scent to the right occasion.
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this one. All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood.
Первый дети, второй, получается, из богатых семей, третья типа зрелая женщина, да.
Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything, okay? I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
Да, запомнил.
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably...
А что так далеко-то топать? Ну, я... Хорошо, там эта статуя есть. Ох. Тут девушка такая красивая стоит, у нее ляжки видно, блин, красивая. Он спиной ко мне стоит, офигел.
We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Надеюсь, он скучал по мне.
Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought the perfumes?
3 sets, and not 1 less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
Ну, давай.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies. This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it. The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like
Зрелым
the dust
женщинам, может,
mist.
тогда.
And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like, right?
Зрелых. Давай будем выражаться
Does
зрелых.
that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Пожелай женщинам. Пайман, блин.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Мы
Rex
его
Lapis
женим.
has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame.
Что,
We
Фрэнки?
only got to see the giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the Chi-Sing can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace. If you ask her, she will know what to do.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
А где у тебя выскочила?
Ah, I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person. Please, do this for me.
Man, why's he gotta be so secretive this time?
Окей. Ай! Господи, какое задание долгое. Она по-инглишу написано. А как где? На стриме, что ли, самом? Не знаю. Не знаю, что это может быть, не знаю. Под чатом. Да у меня тоже выскакивало, я не знаю, что это такое. Ну, бывает, тупит просто это. Перезайди видосик, вроде как нормально должно быть. Бывает такое. Не, подожди, да я цветочки соберу. Шелковицу эту.
All things must change. Youngster, are you here to admire the flowers? But it's a shame. These glazed lilies have almost all wilted.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But if they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
Да и в реальной жизни так как бы, что цветы чувствуют, блин, эмоции людей.
The rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are everywhere. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that that which lies in the deep is breaking free. This harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Ah, that old trinket. I remember it
Ну,
being here
конечно, она не
with
помнит,
me,
где
but
она лежит.
I've grown old. I can't quite recall where it is exactly.
Мадам,
An old
ну
friend
как
of
так?
mine used to wear it on his person. Back when I was young, he saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me. But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to part with it. It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
That's right, Granny. We'll follow you back home and search for it ourselves. And, we can help with chores if you have any too.
All
Пальма,
right,
ну кто тебя за
children,
язык
there is no
тянул,
need to
блин?
worry.
Паразитка, блин.
I didn't place the bell very far away.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire...
How does that work? Hey, that's rude. And even if it was like that,
Так, Пальма, замолчи, ты залобишь меня сейчас.
expensive bell, right, Granny?
Приезжает на меня, кормить перестану.
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite welcome to borrow it. If you can find it.
Так что-то мне это пугает. А ни хрена себе, куда? Ёпта мать.
Where are we?
Паук, иди отсюда.
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Ты скотина такая.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs.
Что-то, бабулька, ты забыла прибраться здесь.
Haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you.
Не хочу.
Please don't an old lady clean up.
No one escapes my sight.
А, у тебя иммунитет какой? Падла. Так.
What's the hurry?
Сейчас да проходим это, я закончу, я уже устала, блин. Это долго вообще.
Cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place?
Ну, приземлись. Хе-хе, да, конечно, я же сама упала. Как я не... Паук этот еще гребаный. Да я из-за него упала. Я тут ни при чем, я из-за него упала. Где он?
Cool it.
Упади, сдохни, пожалуйста. Плиз, спасибо. Наконец-то. Он полностью упал? Нет? Спасибо. Давай. Лечу.
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus?
Тихо. Наконец-то.
Paimon's more and more convinced that she's an adeptus. Like, don't they all live in Jillian Karst? Why would she stay in the city?
Cool it.
Так. Блин, паук этот гребаный. Здесь. Бабушка, почисти свой чайник, блин. Эх ты, гады.
Leave it all to me.
Cool it. This moment will be frozen in time.
Да хватит меня замораживать. Иду. Слышь? Да ё-моё, господи.
Steady as stone.
To ashes!
Let it rain. Bet you can't keep up with me.
Иди сюда.
Freeze! Ah!
Ну, блин.
I must leave no stone unturned. I'll catch up.
Кто-то сомневался. Причем двое их. Вообще жопа. Все, пипец вам.
As a dutiful maid would. Someone needs assistance. Steady as stone.
Ой, мама. Блять, иммунитет у него. Вот так, вот так на нее отвлекайтесь. Давай. Добьем. Эту падлу тоже. Фига он порхает. Привет, спасибо, что зашел. Давай. Все, наконец-то. О, паук. Точно порядок надо наводить. У меня тут этой бабульки. Не, надо так сами наведем. Да, хватит. Есть еще? Все остальное чисто.
How many levels does this teapot have?
Куда? Туда?
It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Не знаю, был ли у нас такой чайник, блин. Чайник, которым открытый мир, блин, офигеть. О, колокольчик.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet.
Все, верни меня домой.
Now, let me see.
Спасибо.
Oh.
Как я вижу, только начала играть. Ну, Геншин как бы да. Геншин, да. Я не так давно играю. Ну да, но не прям только.
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. The Fatui, child. What goes on in that mind of yours, I
Да, вроде
wonder?
с головой все про
I'm far too old to be quibbling with them. But if
Ну,
they
должен быть
release themselves,
26-й, там
do what
просто
I
этот уже
must.
не поднимается пока.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has
Дурачки,
been
сама ты
through a
такая.
great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless Adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, Catch the murderer at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old lady knocking at their door. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Да, не болей. Спасибо за колокольчик. Тыкайся. Спасибо. Так, да где это, блин, подожди. Где он там? Так. А, сюда надо. Окей. Бегу. Бегу. Я, который не знаю, чем занялся на 43-м ранге.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell.
Конечно, я за ним
It's
чайник
in
влезла.
good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. An adeptus.
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed
Ну да,
very
конечно,
good.
славно, там такие
There are
пауки
none better
здоровые
for brewing
ползут.
tea.
Что ж не
When
славно-то?
a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites. Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
Ай, все, я устала, я заканчиваю. Все, поход по магазинам, и я точно заканчиваю. Все, ребятки, закончу на этом сегодня. Всем спасибо, кто заходил на стрим. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, комментируйте. И подписывайтесь на группу ВКонтакте. И там я буду выкладывать новости, связанные с Геншин. Ну, не только с Геншин, но и с другими играми. Ссылочка в описании под стримом. И подписывайтесь на мой второй канал. Он находится на ВАЗ-ТВ, на новой платформе. Сейчас. Все. До скорой встречи. Всем пока. Пока.